started on the 1st, then I can always know how many days it's been and how many videos I've done if I just look at a calendar. So today I wanted to talk about how you create your life. And a lot of people create their lives from challenge, basically like overcoming challenges. And what that actually creates, well, I do that a lot. And actually I realized recently that I do it on purpose a lot. And even in the the martial arts that I was doing, they were really cool. They had you from the very beginning, you would actually create your own form, and it was supposed to represent you as a fighter. And so what I would do is I was like, I don't know what I'm like as a fighter, but what I would do is I would actually find things that I wanted to get to know. I was like, these are things I think that I'm bad at, but I'd like to do them, and if I do them in a form and I put them in the form, then I'll have to do them, then I'll be good at them. So that's actually how I've created a lot of my life. And what happens is that if I choose something because I think I can't do it, or to prove that I can do it, well, yeah, that actually does expand my life in the sense that now I don't have that, but I could keep doing that with random things that maybe actually aren't going to be what I really want to do. And I'll just choose everything based on that, rather than based on what would actually create and generate in my life and be more fun for me. So the other thing is that, and this is actually how a lot of people do it, is what we're taught to do is choose from not choose to. So if you choose from not, it's sort of like, okay, how do you function? Like, what are you supposed to choose not to be disliked or not to get in trouble? That's a big one for me. And it's all the not. It's like, what are you trying to get away from? And that's where that motivation piece comes in, is a lot of times the motivation is to get away from something. But what happens when you overcome it? That's the point where you have true choice, and that would be choosing to. It's like choosing for the future and actually creating the future. But because it's not based in this motivation, because it's not there anymore, a lot of times what happens is that people just don't really, like, they're so used to functioning from the motivation that they don't have that drive to do it. And it's from a totally different space. So that charge and that drive goes away. What actually happens is that you have space. You are space, really. So what if you can actually choose from that, rather than having to like create a new charge or find some new thing to overcome in order to create your life? So I've already talked a little bit about that question. If I choose this, what will my life be like in 5 years? That's a great question. And then actually just anything else. Any of those are really open-ended questions are really helpful to doing that. And you can even go practice. And I got this from Dane here, and he said, just go outside and for like 3 minutes, just choose everything you do and realize that you're choosing what you do. Okay, I'm choosing to turn my head to the left. I'm going to choose to walk over here. And what happens is that you get to the point where you just start, one, realizing that you're choosing, and two, you can choose more than a couple things before you're just stuck and you're like, well, what else do I choose? It's actually practice, and it's functioning from a different space and choosing from a different space. So you get to practice this whole different way of functioning, this whole different way of being. So, truth, what would you like your life to look like? Or, I'm sorry, erase that one. What would you like your life to be like? Which is far different than what it's necessarily going to look like. And then when you go into the look, it's actually, a lot of times what happens is that you start projecting, and it's all your expectations that actually probably aren't going to be the way it shows up. So what would you like your life to be like? And what energy, space, and consciousness can you make your body be to allow that to show up? I'm going to post a link to the motivation video that I did below this, and you can find me at decadentembodiment.com. No, sorry, decadentembodiment.empowernetwork.com. Soon it'll be the other one once I transfer it over. So decadentembodiment.empowernetwork.com. Day 5. And this is choosing to create your life, not just choosing to get away from something. So have a good wonderful day.